Well, hello and welcome everyone to the Office 365 U.S. Partner Community Call for August, take 2. And so we appreciate you joining back up and re-registering. And if you miss it, we'll always have an opportunity to view that again. You could just use the same exact registration link and view the recording offline. And we also have a YouTube playlist where you can view all the recordings. So good morning and good afternoon, depending on where you are in the United States. And just a little note, again, thanks for joining, and apologize for the little snafu last week. And so don't blame Skype for Business, and don't blame the Event Builder platform. It was clearly an operator error, and it would be this operator. And so we're just flying solo without a moderator this fiscal year. We're trying to save some money, and so hopefully we got that down, and we will be free of any glitches this time around. So welcome, and we have with us a couple of folks from Microsoft and some names that may be starting to sound familiar. We've had them on our calls before. We have Mike Jordan. He's a Senior Partner Product Manager, and also Jenny Woodbury, who's a Product Marketing Manager as well, and they're going to help us with some of this content today. And what we have for you is essentially a kind of a WPC recap for the productivity partner. So we're going to recap the announcements that you heard and some of the content and what was presented there. We're going to give you a fast track update. So it's kind of like a mini WPC in about 45 minutes or so. So, and then we will also try to leave some time for Q&A, and we have several moderators on here, and we'll be getting to your questions. So as always, we have our community slide, and if you're looking for these slides, and we do have a number of links that are available that refer to a lot of the content, the announcements, and the blog posts, and you can actually go get those right now. I posted it up in the files section. I'll probably make an announcement on there, or at least a post that will refer you to that. But if you go into into our U.S. partner Yammer site, which you can see the vanity URL right there. If you're not already a member, I encourage you to join that. There's a lot of great partner-to-partner interaction that's happening. And you can go into that files section. There's a little tab that says Files, and you can pull these slides down if you want to go ahead and grab those. We have our monthly calls, and that's the sign up. And I think I mentioned before that currently there's just 1 month, but we'll be getting the rest of the series for the rest of the fiscal year, so that you can register for those on the event registration page. We'll be getting those up hopefully within the next few days. And then you can always take a look at blog articles and posts that has a very U.S. focused and events on our AKMS US blog. So you'll find information not only on productivity and business process, but also on our Intelligent Cloud side of the house as well. And notice you don't see the newsletter, and so we decided to kind of deprecate the newsletter based upon some feedback, and we're going to try to do more micro posts to our blog and our Yammer. And if you are horrified and very upset and outraged, please go ahead and take that opportunity at the end when we post the survey to put that in the comments, and we will take those under consideration. So first what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, very much like a WPC and kind of for the start of the fiscal year where we really kind of lay out the partner opportunity. And so I thought it would be really good to reset with that. And Jenny is going to take us through some of these slides. And this was a lot of the content from the latest IDC study and a lot of the content that was presented at WPC. Isn't that right, Jenny?
That is correct, yeah.
And hopefully that should be coming through on the screen very soon, and we'll go ahead and turn it over to Jenny.
Awesome, thank you. So nice to meet all of you that I haven't met before. My name is Jenny Woodbury, and I'm responsible for Skype for Business Partner Marketing for the U.S., and then I am also responsible for Office Partner Readiness for the U.S. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about the opportunity ahead for Office 365 and our partners. So first, I want to start out by saying congratulations to you on a great year and a vibrant partner community. We have seen 50% year-over-year growth in partners driving active usage. And in addition, Office 365 continues to have a vibrant third-party ecosystem, fueling the adoption of apps leveraging the Microsoft Graph. We now have over 27,000 plus apps using the Microsoft Graph connecting users to their data. And then finally, a 2016 study from AMI partners showed that Microsoft partners are doing well. They're earning 19% higher margin over competitors. We collectively also continue to see growth in our installed base of customers of Office 365. In Q4, we announced that we are seeing Office 365 commercial seats grew 45% year over year, and we continue to see that installed base growth across Office, Exchange, SharePoint, and also Skype for Business. And with this growth in the cloud, the new problem organizations are solving for has evolved from migration to the cloud to instead a digital transformation, as we see these trends changing the way people work in their everyday life. So in addition to the percent of customers here, 80% of customers have fully embraced or are already deploying the cloud. And in addition to that, we see that many CIOs point to innovation as their primary focus go forward. And that was from an IDC CloudView survey in 2016. And so this is why we are focusing on reinventing productivity in these 4 areas: collaboration with modern content sharing and discovery and a complete meeting solution, mobility with mobile clients and secure management on those devices and anywhere access to your documents, intelligence with relevant and accessible insights on data and content, and trust. We're focused on building privacy and building productivity tools that share content easily without the risk of loss. And so with those 4 broad pillars, we see paths to growth in new practices in these areas: security, analytics, voice, content, and collaboration. If you are considering launching a new practice in any one of these areas, this is what we recommend you consider as you build this new practice. For security, consider to build out your practice across your customer's organization, including Office 365, and become that trusted advisor for the customer. For example, with Office, there's initial consulting opportunity with advanced security management to configure. In addition to that, setting data loss prevention policies and defining those policies, and then providing ongoing support for your customers. In addition to that, for analytics, with that, your first step should be equipping every employee with advanced analytics. You can start by using the simple content packs that are available on powerbi.com. Then you can use that to unlock the interest with business intelligence groups for more complex data platform projects. With voice, the first step that you should take is to deploy Skype for Business within your organization and start using it to understand that customer experience. Next, we recommend when you build your practice, you start with meetings. And then as you grow your base of customers, move to voice. This is our most common method that we see partners being successful with as they build and grow their practices to voice. With Cloud PBX, Microsoft will continue this fall to add to our building blocks of APIs for our platform so that we have cloud-ready partner apps. We're sizing this opportunity for voice to be $50 billion market opportunity over the next 3 years, with a target amount of users of 160 million. So finally, with content collaboration, what's the opportunity there? With the new capabilities that we released this spring with SharePoint 2016, there's new opportunity for innovation. To build your practice, we recommend to start by leading with OneDrive, and as an entry point, use that as an entry point to enterprise content management. And next, consult customers on modernizing their intranet and also take advantage of opportunities to create custom IP within your organization. We're estimating this opportunity at $30 billion over the next 3 years with 190 million target users. And so in line with your organization's transition to a digital organization, the next level of expanding your practice to the cloud is building those recurring revenue streams with managed services, which could be support, managing endpoints, and other activities such as that. And finally, the final stage is to enhance your Office 365 solution by investing in an app development practice and building your own unique IP, or bundling those solutions with other providers with Office 365, which you resell. And so with that wraps up our short presentation and overview of partner opportunity and how we're viewing it for 2017 fiscal year. Next, I'm going to turn it over to Mike, who's going to talk about the evolution of Fast Track.
Thanks, Jenny. Yeah, as Jenny said, my name is Mike Jordan. I've been in the role since the turn of the year. I work with Jenny, and I look after driving usage with partners. So thank you very much for all the work you've been doing so far to drive usage for the last FY and moving on to this financial year. So really excited. One of my main responsibilities is looking after Fast Track as far as partners is concerned, which is why I'm here today. And you can see there on the slide the evolution of Fast Track. So if you're as old as I am, you may remember that the Fast Track Centre was originally called the Onboarding Centre. So back in 2014, basically it was just deployment guidance. That's all we really did in those days, just help customers get up to speed with Office 365. 2015, we moved much more into the remote assistance as well. So we did a lot of work to assist customers actually migrating and moving to the cloud. We've got over 350 Fast Track engineers working with partners and with customers now. We've seen a 64% customer satisfaction year on year, which is really cool. So people are really happy with the Fast Track service when they use it. And we've also seen an increase of 33% in productivity, which is really cool as people start to use Fast Track. So, and that's compared to if people haven't used Fast Track in their Office 365 deployments. So it really shows the benefit of using Fast Track. But of course, as a partner, you want to make sure that you're working with Fast Track and Fast Track is working with you. And that's one thing that I'm helping to drive throughout this year, to make sure there's a seamless integration between the partner network and Fast Track. So we're working as a cohesive team. Been a challenge in the past, we will admit, and we're definitely fixing that now. So hopefully you'll see big improvements over this financial year. In fact, 2016, 2017, we're moving very much to a fully all-round customer success service. So we're including adoption in the process, we're including enterprise work as well. More of this in just a second. So if we can go on to the next slide, we'll see what's happening with Fast Track. And this is really kind of exciting, all the things that are happening in the Fast Track environment. So, so far, in the envisioning phase, for instance, we've got over 20,000 success plans in Fast Track, which is really cool. So you and your customers are writing success plans, and the Fast Track Centre is now using the success plans as a basis of the engagement. Please report back on the Yammer group if you find that's not true. We had some situations in the past where success plans weren't being filled out properly, and the Fast Track Centre, the Fast Track engineers weren't using them properly. We're trying to fix that. So if that's still the case, please let me know. I'd love to help you out with that. We're seeing a 3 times percentage increase in monthly active usage month on month with Fast Track now, which is really cool. We're all about driving active usage, so when it comes around to renewal, you get the funds for renewing the Fast Track process and the Office 365 licenses. So active usage is really, really important, as I'm sure you all know. Some interesting facts. We're getting 4,000 new tenants a month. 4,000 new tenants a month, that's massive. So just think of the potential there. So if you're not actually driving Office 365 adoption and usage and deployment and using Fast Track, you're missing out on a great opportunity here. 4,000 new tenants a month is just amazing. We've got over 19,000 tenants enabled, and as you see, loads more coming on. But what's happening in Fast Track over the next few months? And this is where things are getting really exciting. Well, you've heard of E5. E5 is the sort of the fairly new SKU. We're including security, the all-round security in E5. Very important to get up to speed with that. If you're not sure about that, have a look at some of the WPC sessions, the Worldwide Partner Conference sessions we ran on the E5 SKU. Gives you a great background into E5 and also all our online resources. We are including advanced support for enterprises and enhanced services for enterprises. What does that mean in English? Well, you may have heard the term now of a Fast Track Architect. The Fast Track Architect is for enterprise customers who have over 20,000 seats. And what the Fast Track Architect will do is to work with you and the partner, you as the partner and the customer, to help drive the early Fast Track engagement, to make sure the customer is fully aligned with the Fast Track service, to make sure they're using your services properly, to make sure they're using the Fast Track services properly. So the Fast Track enterprise engineer will be involved in that process. We're also expanding the migration services. We've recently announced there's going to be a box migration to SharePoint. That's really exciting. There's some more stuff that I would love to announce now, but unfortunately I can't. We're going to be announcing it at Ignite. But if you are in the migration space at all, especially to SharePoint, you want to look at these announcements that are coming up at Ignite. We'll be running more sessions before and after Ignite to really get you up to speed with what's going on. But there's some really exciting developments coming on there, so watch this space. The updated digital experience actually means that we're updating the Fast Track portal. That again will be announced at Ignite, and we'll be doing more sessions there. This is really just an appetite whetter to say, yes, it's coming. So more improvements to the portal. We did some improvements back in May. They were really well received. We've been taking your feedback since then. Please continue to send your feedback in. We love to make updates, and we love to make it more usable for you. We're increasing localization. Many more countries now for Fast Track, support Fast Track, and also languages within countries. So we're making it much more available for our international customers and for our customers whose native language isn't English. So very, very good stuff there. And also, as part of our content, we're updating all the scenarios. We have in the resources section of the Fast Track portal, we have a lot of scenarios there to help customers and to help you drive your customers, depending on what space they're in, whether they're in the legal profession, whether they're in the education area. All those scenarios, if you haven't had a look at those, please have a look at those, because there's some really cool stuff coming on, and we're expanding all that information as well. So we'll move on to the next slide now. And one thing to bear in mind is that Office 365 Pro Plus is now part of the Fast Track experience. It's really important to remember that customers who are using Professional Plus through their Office 365 subscription, they will lose access to Office 2013 as of February 28, 2017, February 28 next year. So they will all be automatically upgraded to Office 2016 as part of their Pro Plus subscription. So it's really important that you get involved with your customers, you drive your customers to first of all be aware of this change, of this update, and make sure that your customers can migrate and can make use of all the new Office 2016 features of Pro Plus. So please be aware of that. Please make sure that your customers are fully aware of that, and please help your customers in the migration process. Maybe some really good opportunities to help out there. Another thing that we always get asked, and there's some confusion here, is that the Office 365 Fast Track service was never a funding engine. That was never its core purpose. It was always to help in deployment and migration and customer success. As part of that, we did have adoption offers, and in fact the adoption offer for 2016 is still available. So if you have customers who purchased Office before June of this year, they are still entitled to claim the adoption offer. So if you haven't worked with your customers to claim the adoption offer for 2016, please go out and do that. There's over $60,000 per customer available based on the adoption offer. Check the terms and conditions, check how you make use of that. Really important to go and get that. We are changing the way that the adoption offer works. There will not be a similar adoption offer for 2017, but there are going to be some really exciting new options and new exciting opportunities to be announced probably towards the end of this calendar year, and also coming up in the next half of 2017. So watch this space for things that are coming online. There will be lots of new opportunities to help your customers and to fund customer work. So watch this space for all these new offers. As we talk about offers, if you go to the next slide, you will see that I've listed here a few of the available offers now. In fact, there are over 16 offers in total available. You can see those on the Fast Track portal and on the other partner network areas. But I just want to call out one or two. So we have, for instance, through the Partner Incentive Engine, the PI engine, we have the Power BI dashboard in a day. This is really cool. This is Power BI. Basically, you run a half-day session, half-day hands-on session for 15 to 20 attendees. You get $2,000 to run these sessions, and basically the customer gets up to speed and can actually set up a Power BI dashboard in half a day. That is so cool. So make sure you're using that. Make sure you're running that with your customers. And the other one I want to call out very quickly is the proof of concept. There's a $3,000 payout here. If you drive a proof of concept with your customers, then you get $3,000. Really exciting to see customers' excitement about Office 365 run through a proof of concept. So really cool. The deployment options there listed on the slide, they are basically the fast track services that are available. As I've said, the FY16 adoption offers, both the adoption offer for Office 365 and for Cloud PBX, are still available for any customer that purchased their Office 365 before June 30th. So please make sure that you make use of those. And lastly, I'll point out that the online services usage incentive will be available come October for all customers who signed EAs, but it's also now available for MPSA customers as well. So that's really cool. So for much smaller customers, things are coming online as well now for the online services usage incentive. So make sure you're driving your customers and you can take advantage of those incentives. And I think that's me done. So back over to Michael.
Well, thanks, Mike, and thanks, Jenny. That was a good update. And, as we've always said, right, Fast Track is a constantly evolving service, and it's here to stay. And so it's good to get those updates, and particularly for the new fiscal year. So appreciate that. And again, if there were a lot of programs there, and we encourage you to check out the deck that's up on Yammer to get additional details there. So let's take a look now at kind of some of the announcements that were announced, if you will, at WPC. And so this is particularly, there are lots of different announcements. This is particularly for the productivity partner. We're kind of calling these out. And the first one is the Secure Productive Enterprise. So what this is that we're bringing together Office 365, Windows 10 Enterprise, and the Enterprise Mobility and Security Suite into a single licensing offering. So that's what this is. This is a licensing offering called the Secure Productive Enterprise. So this, if you're familiar with the Enterprise Cloud Suite, it replaces that. And so we're introducing even more value within this offering. So within the Secure Productive Enterprise, your customers are going to have the latest and the most advanced technology for empowering employees. So I've broken this down for you on the next slide, so we'll have a little bit more detail, but that's kind of the high-level bullet there. And then some news in Skype for Business. We have geo expansion of PSTN calling and conferencing as well. So we're continuing to expand that global footprint of Skype for Business PSTN services. So the PSTN conferencing dialing capabilities are now available to customers in 92 countries. So we've added Venezuela, Uruguay, Vietnam, and Kenya just this month. And in addition, the big announcement was that we added PSTN calling is now available for the UK in addition to the US. So for providing inbound and outbound calls, voicemail, phone numbers, and calling plans. On the Skype for Meeting broadcast side, we are leveraging that computing power in Azure and the translation capabilities of Bing and Cortana, and we're delivering a preview of automatic transcription and translation for Skype Meeting broadcast to Office 365 customers by the end of 2016. So this is going to provide live closed captioning of a presentation with translation, and there are a number of different languages that are supported, and you can check that blog article reference out there for more information. So something else that was announced is the Skype Operations Framework. So what is that? So this is to help partners accelerate their cloud offerings. So we built the Skype Operations Framework. It's an end-to-end deployment methodology for partners to deliver Skype for Business Online to your customers. It's essentially a blueprint for a new practice area, which is going to translate into new business opportunities. I also have a detailed slide on that in a bit, but just to kind of close out the high-level announcements, if you're interested in the EDU space, we have EDU plans now available in Cloud Solution Provider. So that's going to add yet another Office 365 offering that you can bundle with your own services in CSP. Okay, so here's how things break out in the Secure Productive Enterprise. So once again, we're bringing together Office 365, Windows 10 Enterprise, and the Enterprise Mobility and Security Suite into a single licensing offering. And so you can see how that breaks out below, and I wanted to just kind of take a look through, kind of break out each one of these technologies to help you kind of understand what's in there, and we just broke it out between kind of security technology and productivity technology. So in the security technology, in recent months, we've announced new advanced cloud security technology, including the Windows Defender Advanced Threat Protection, and that's for the endpoint breach protection. And there's Microsoft Cloud App Security, and that's for getting control of all those SaaS applications that our employees are using. And then Azure Information Protection, that's to ensure information stays secure. And then the Office 365 Advanced Security Management, or ASM. And we had a presentation on that a couple months back, and so you can check the archives if you want to drill into more detail. But basically that really gives greater visibility and control over your entire Office 365 environment. So all those capabilities are in the Secure Productive Enterprise offering. And then a little bit closer to home on the productivity technology, we've introduced leading cloud-based productivity technology, including Office 365, Delve Analytics, and so that's going to help you understand your personal productivity. There's the Skype Business for Business PSTN conferencing and Cloud PBX, bringing voice to the cloud, and then Microsoft Power BI for data analysis and visualization. And even Office 365 Advanced e-Discovery to help ensure customers can find the information they need and the issues at hand. So hopefully this seems a little bit more familiar. These are all those E5 capabilities, and they're all pulled together as part of the Secure Productive Enterprise. So our tagline is, everything you need to power employees in a single package. It's that simple. So just a few other changes. We're renaming the Windows 10 Enterprise to Windows 10 Enterprise E3. And so we're releasing Windows 10 Enterprise E5 a little bit later this summer, and that includes Windows Defender Advanced Threat Protection. And then finally, the Enterprise Mobility and Security is the new name, which was what was previously the Enterprise Mobility Suite. And so that name change calls out the new security value in this offering. So aligned with the new packaging, there's going to be an Enterprise Mobility and Security E3 and an Enterprise Mobility and Security E5. And so the new E5 offering will become available later this calendar year, and it's going to include advanced security capabilities, so stay tuned for that. So this is going to make it easier for customers to take advantage of the advanced productivity, the security, and it's going to offer them some additional licensing flexibility between their on-premises and cloud technologies. It's going to be a per-user offer, and so it's going to include productivity server rights and Office Pro Plus to support many of your customers deploying hybrid and on-premise cloud solutions. Yes, I know there's a lot of changes here, but we think this change will bring more clarity and alignment of our offerings. And so please read those blog posts referenced in the previous slide, and you'll see more information coming out on this in the coming months, but this is a nice preview of what's coming. So the Skype operations framework, so this is a multifaceted approach to the successful deployment of Skype for Business. And so this includes, there's practical guidance in there, there's recommended practices, there's tools and assets to help you plan, deliver, and reliably operate, Skype for Business service in the cloud. There's also an outline of common understanding for Skype for Business online lifecycle for customers and partners to effectively engage and drive Skype for Business usage and customer success. And there's also training included in there as part of the Skype Academy, and there's some ways to provide feedback and be able to incorporate updates from the field. And so there's a lot to take in there. There's more there than I certainly realized. And so the previous link, I'll just repeat it again for you. There's www.skypeoperationsframework.com. And what I would recommend, if you just kind of want to take it in and get an overview, there's a nice 10-minute introduction video. And so I would submit that to you and recommend that. And you can see what's available in this first release. And then kind of the theme and the content recap. Jenny touched on this a little bit earlier, but surely the huge theme was digital transformation. And so that was a key theme throughout the Vision keynotes and the conference sessions. And our CEO, Satya Nadella, he started the conference with a Vision keynote about how technology innovation is enabling this transformation and how companies do business. And then on day two, the Vision keynote covered digital transformation through the lens of our bold ambitions, of course, including reinvent productivity and business process, where Kurt Koenigsbauer, the Corporate Vice President of Office, he presented on the digital workplace. And so there was advanced security management, advanced analytics, Skype for Business in the cloud, PBX and PSTN conferencing, as well as the new SharePoint investments, which were front and center as well. And then on day three, Judson Althoff, he's our new Microsoft Executive Vice President for the worldwide commercial business. He laid out 6 priorities for the year ahead, and you can see them there on the slide, and I thought he did a great job of being able to tie those back to our bold ambitions. And if you'd like to watch those keynotes, and you don't even have to register, you can just go ahead and follow those links I have there for you on the right-hand side and view those. And then another key theme was really around profitability. And Jenny did a good job at the top of the call kind of outlining that partner opportunity, and a lot of that research came from that IDC 2016 CloudView survey, which she mentioned. And once again, we presented the latest cloud partner findings from IDC like we did last year, and several modern profitable cloud partner sessions. So I highly recommend those. They feature interviews and results from partners, not partners that you haven't heard of, but partners that are right here in our own community. And so in addition to the sessions, if you haven't already seen, there's a 5-part modern partner ebook series, which is a worthwhile read. And for any partner who's looking to build and sustain a successful, profitable cloud business, you're going to find these 5 ebooks really valuable. And then if you're looking for just kind of a drill down content and looking for anything you might have missed in terms of productivity, I've got some links there that will just link directly to what the productivity content was, and then a shameless plug for my blog post there, which is on the bottom right, which kind of highlighted all the productivity content, and also you can find those ebooks in there if you're looking for a quick link to be able to get to those. All right, well, that is your WPC recap in about 37 minutes, and so hopefully you'll be able to take some time and explore a lot of those different resources. And we've had some moderators and answering some questions kind of behind the scenes. And so how are we doing on questions? Do we have things that are...
Yes, one question that's still outstanding.
So, Robert...
Going to read the question.
Sure, go ahead.
So Robert Casper asked, the path to start as a new partner is very unclear. Mazes of links, out-of-date training, etc. Is anything being done to help a new partner from joining through getting paid for their first client?
So I guess Robert's kind of talking about a brand new partner, and I'm thinking of... So first of all, I apologize for that experience. I know it can be very overwhelming. And we have, in this particular call, we do have to come in, and we do have an expected level of knowledge. So I know we use a lot of terms, and I apologize for that. And we'll have to do a better job of just trying to always keeping in mind that there are brand new partners on the call. And so I apologize if I found some of that unclear. But in terms of kind of general recommendations, I'm thinking of some of the work that Sharon Lee has done for some of the brand new partners, and she has, and then Chin Mai as well. So on the same Yammer network, there's a couple of groups in there, and I don't have the links handy, and maybe Amanda, if you're kind of behind the scenes, but they ran last year, and those are all recorded, where there was like a Partner 101, and it kind of took you through the different investments and kind of how to get started. And so I'm thinking about that series as kind of a good start. And then I will think about maybe how I'll stay informed, and I don't want to brush off your question, Robert, and so what I would like to do is I should have your email here because you're registered, and let us follow up with maybe a more concise list of things on how the brand new partner gets started, and then we can consider maybe I'll chat with Diane Golshin, who's if you visit the US blog, is kind of heads up our communications, and she's probably could rattle off several places where a brand new partner would be the best place to get started, but maybe it's time for another refresh on communications for that. So I appreciate the comment and the feedback.
Great. We have one other question as well that I was replying to in the thread, and I'll share that in a moment, which was, does Secure Productive Enterprise plans include Windows 10 Enterprise built into the cost of the SKUs? And the answer is yes. So Windows 10 Enterprise is being renamed to Windows 10 Enterprise E3 and Windows 10 Enterprise E5. That includes Windows Defender Advanced Threat Protection, currently in public preview, in addition to all of the Windows 10 Enterprise E3 functionality, and so I'll post a link. There is a good FAQ on Secure Productive Enterprise on the Microsoft Office Drumbeat site, which has all of our sales resources and go-to items, trainings that can help you with questions. And there is a link to the FAQ within that provides a lot of detail on Secure Productive Enterprise. So I will post that now.
And it sounds like someone is not finding the deck, and I am going to look for that right now. I'm sorry, having trouble finding that. I posted that last night. I'm just going to go check that, and hopefully you're looking at the right place. So you'd have to go to the Office 365 Partner Group, and then you'll see kind of up at the top there's a New Conversations, All Conversations, and Files. And right on what I'm reading is right below it's the second one on my list, and it's the August Office 365 Community Call. So hopefully you can find that there. Maybe I could even post a link in the chat window. And I'll just post the announcement and just post it right to the meeting.
And there's a question, will the new security suites that replace ECS be offered by a CSP? And the answer there, I'm sure, is yes. Unless anybody corrects me. Okay, John's found the deck, so that's good.
And anything else on the call? In terms of questions, we have some more time.
That's all the questions we have so far. If we haven't answered your question, please post another message and we will get to your question.
Okay, and Eric, I'm going to take a note and take your name down as well, and I will get back to both of you guys on some resources for new partners. And again, thanks for joining. All right, so I guess we will give you a little bit of time back and look forward to some additional topics. Oh, wait, can I... let's see if I can figure out my moderation skills here.
Yep, no, they're
how can I was going to post the survey. Let's see how I do that. Somebody said that it would be available. Thanks for your patience here. And all right, I guess I don't see it available. I'm sorry about that. But you all actually have my direct email now, because it looks like my email is on there when I go ahead and send out the registration confirmation. So feel free to send me information directly via email, to post it on Yammer, or feel free to direct message me on Yammer as well, and we will figure out how to post my survey for next time. But other than that, I think the technology worked a little bit better. And I know a lot of you are wondering, and we get a lot of questions. Well, why aren't you using Skype Meeting Broadcast? And we are going to incorporate that as soon as we can, and hopefully the Event Builder platform will incorporate that. This is basically a platform built on top of Skype for Business, and reason why we don't use that is not because the technology isn't ready. It's just more a matter of all the registration capabilities in terms of signing up for the registration and being able to do all the reporting that we get as part of the event. And so we are going to continue in this fiscal year to look into incorporating the Skype meeting broadcast as soon as we are able to. All right, thanks everybody for joining, and enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you next month.